All right, I want to talk about goal setting. I want to talk about goals and goal setting as a whole, long-term and short-term. Before we do that, obviously we're talking about fitness, right? Now, the biggest thing to talk about when it comes to fitness is making progress and making sure that you have the right metrics. This is why goals are so critical when it comes to fitness, because you want to make sure that you're constantly in a position where you can assess and evaluate. Most people get overwhelmed when it comes to making progress. And the problem is because they want to get to that point so far. Fitness is about a journey. It's going to be a slow process, right? So if you are in a position where you're starting out, and maybe you've done this before, you're just kind of getting back into shape, or you're an elite and you're trying to take it from 1.0 to 2.0, or you're starting off as a beginner and you're stuck. Being able to have that one step in front of you wherever you are on the continuum is going to make a world of difference. Having a long-range goal is something that's supposed to be audacious. It's supposed to put you way out there. It's something that inspires you, but it almost creates a little bit of disbelief. Not because it shouldn't, but because this is something that you want to do that's going to evoke a certain response. It's supposed to transcend whatever you've done. It's supposed to require this ascent and this change and this growth, right? That's what fitness is about. You notice if you've ever been in a position where you've done an exercise, say like a sprint, and you do it and you're tired and you have to do another one, your mind begins to doubt. Your mind begins to think like, I don't know if I can do this, and what happens if I fail? What happens if I throw up? What happens if I die? And all these different things, okay? But the point is, setting that goal is not supposed to be something that you can achieve yet from where you are. That's why we talk about setting small micro goals. So if I have a goal of being able to lose 50 pounds and I say, okay, I want to do this over the course of a year, that might be impossible if I've been in a position where time after time I failed. Or if you're in a position where you've been into the gym and you've lifted weights and you've been like, okay, I want to be able to reach this goal and lift this much weight or gain this much weight on my body, and you have to realize I have to do the thing where I have to eat, then I have to go to the gym every day, and this just seems like it's so impossible. Making sure that you have the right framework to set a micro goal. I'm going to focus on going to the gym 4 days a week because normally I go twice. I'm going to focus on committing myself and getting an accountability partner or hiring somebody to teach me something I don't know. See, these are all things that we have control over, and that is not only going to help probably move you away from procrastination, it's going to empower you to be more consistent when it comes to your execution on a short-term goal. So not only are we beginning to create an identity shift, but now you're actually building momentum. You're building an efficacy and what I like to call a self-rapport with yourself in the process of actually curating a goal. Slowly, you're chipping away at that brick, and you're starting to shape that goal and make it more probable. Each micro goal that you achieve is actually going to send you into orbit, and that's going to be the thing that's going to allow you to slowly begin to alter the odds to your favor of that big audacious goal. So again, if we go back to my analogy originally, you want to lose 50 pounds. Let's say that you tried the weight loss thing and it hasn't worked, and you're discouraged and you're frustrated, and you tried like 3 things, but you're going around telling everybody that you tried everything. Okay, well the problem is that you only know what you know. And all that's telling you is that you're not a failure. It's just telling you that one of the things that you've done, it just hasn't worked for you. So now you're gonna go work with an expert. Maybe this person has helped other people drop 50 pounds or 60 pounds or 70 pounds. Or they themselves have walked this path and say, hey, I know too what it feels like to be over here and wanting to be over here. So that's the first step. That's the first goal you set. Maybe another small goal might be, okay, I'm going to create movement. I'm going to be consistent. Slowly through the process of month to month, setting a new goal after transcending the goal previously from 1 month, you find yourself in 6 months and you've lost 15 pounds. Now that's great, but that's nowhere near 50. And so slowly you begin to build this habit, and then you begin to set other goals like, okay, I'm going to push myself outside my comfort zone. I'm going to begin waking up in the morning. You might be a person who's like, listen, I'm not a morning person. Me getting up in the morning, that's not what I do. But now 6 months, you're like, hey, what I thought I couldn't do, I've done. What if I do this thing? What if I stretch myself? And that becomes the secret ticket that breaks through, and now you lose 30 pounds. And all of a sudden, 50 pounds seems something that's probable. Not just because it's only 20 pounds away, but because you've earned the right to actually get there. And that's what I really mean when I'm referencing journey. We all want to get to our goal and achieve that as fast and as efficient as possible. The problem is that we become impulsive and we become patient because our obsession is on the goal itself. I am the prize. I believe in that. But you have to understand, if this is what I want, what would I need to become in order to achieve that? And that is not something that happens overnight. No parent has ever had the list and then been able to just start going into parenting. No person in fitness, trust me, I've been in fitness a very long time, have achieved at the highest level has come out and succeeded at every single thing that she's done or he's done. Usually there's an adaptation, there's a process. And in that journey, you fall in love with being good at the things you're good at because at one point you were bad at it. And that's the analogy, right? If you've ever shot a bow or shot a gun, you don't get good at shooting that thing because you're good at it. You get good because you miss, and you miss more. But every time you miss, you get an information. You need to course correct, you need to go down, you need to focus on squeezing as opposed to firing, and then slowly you work your way forward. So when we think about becoming more fit and achieving our goals in fitness, the most important thing that I think we start with before we get into the whole journey is, one, is the goal that you want, especially the big audacious goal, is that goal something that is for you, that you actually want? Or did it come from a spouse? Did it come from a coworker? Did it come from a parent? Did it come from a cousin? You need to make sure that what you're actually trying to achieve resonates with you. Because if not, ultimately you're doing it for something or someone else, which means that you're curating an expectation. That can have a much bigger issue when we start talking about leverage much later in the process. Second question is, if I have this goal that I want and I can understand exactly that this comes from me, you have to be able to answer, I don't have this goal over here and I will have it over here. What will my life look like with this? Why will it be better? Will it be better because I'm going to remove something out of my life that's hindering my growth, that's hindering my mindset? Is it going to be something that you're going to empower yourself to feel, that you're going to overcome, that you're going to be able to achieve? The point is that you need to be able to qualify the integrity of the goal. Once you know that, the immediate thing that you should do is immediately set a short-term goal. Make what you're doing today, tomorrow, relevant in perpetuity towards that goal. If you're able to do that, you'll find out very quickly that your goal setting and your ability to knock down one goal is going to align you and make you even better, like I said before, with it increase your efficacy and your self-rapport at achieving other goals. That's what this is about. So if you're in a position where you're ready to take on the world, you're ready to take on your fitness goals, then I highly recommend implementing this. Give me feedback, because ultimately I want to know if this is something that's going to be valuable to you. If you're trying this or there's something that isn't resonating, come and join me, be a part of my community. I would love to have a conversation with you. You guys can click the link below. Definitely do these two things. By clicking the link below, you guys will subscribe to the channel, and that will let me know if you guys are enjoying this information. And if you are enjoying this information, that will allow me to continue to produce more great content, just like this video, or adapt it so that I know it can be more beneficial. Second, make sure you guys share this video with somebody who you know will definitely benefit. Getting this information out to people who need to hear it most is why I'm sitting here in the first place, and you can play a vital role in not just helping yourself, but helping other people. And that's really what this is about. Till next time, I look forward to connecting with you. This is Natt with Natt Fitness, signing off.